One of the questions I get the most often on my channel is how do you pull off the smooth zoom effects? Over the years, I've had a number of solutions for this problem. Typically, I use plugins such as RT Punches from Ripple Training or Markup from FX Factory, and as amazing as these plugins are, there's always a few limitations that I wish I could push the plugin just a little bit further. And for those gaps where I can't use those plugins, I use the Ken Burns effect in Final Cut Pro. However, that specific tool also has a ton of limitations, so I decided I'm going to create a plugin that has the best of all of these worlds. Here I am in my project. I'll just go into my titles and locate FCB's Pro Zooms. In here you can see we have a whole bunch of variations of the effect. What we're gonna do is take a look at Pro Zoom first. So I'll go ahead and click and drag this onto my timeline. What you'll see is this adds a nice on-screen control for you to click and drag around on your screen to find out where you want to zoom into. So let's say I want to zoom in on this house here with the green pool or whatever that is. And now if I push play, the camera is going to automatically animate and zoom in over there very, very smoothly. Now, when it gets to the end of the animation, it's going to go ahead and zoom back out. So it does it all for me. I don't need to mess around with keyframes. It's just very intuitive to use this on-screen control to drag it around to wherever you like. Another great thing is if we want this to be a slower zoom, I can actually drag up the speed to a full 2 seconds. So if I push play, now the zoom will be a little bit slower, or we can drag it down in time. So if I want it to be 0.32, it'll be much faster. So you have a lot of control in how this zoom is going to look. We can also change the transition type. So if we want it to have more of a constant zoom, it'll just be a very linear zoom in animation. Another thing we can do is actually disable the built-in animation. So if you don't want it to zoom in, you just want it to automatically be there, you can do that and then click and drag this around to wherever you need. So let's say I want to zoom in on this house. Then I can shorten this down and still have the zoom out animation. So very powerful. You can do a ton with just this tool on its own. But then what if we wanted to actually zoom in onto a different part of the screen after we've already zoomed? And that is where Pro Pan comes in. Go ahead and drag Pro Pan down onto your timeline. Now it's super important that you put Pro Pan underneath Pro Zoom for this effect to work. From here, if I zoom out, you can see we have these on-screen controls. So I can click and drag these over to whatever side I need. And I'll drag these maybe onto this house. I could also click and drag on this circle to zoom out a bit. So not only does Final Cut Pro zoom in on this house, but then it pans over to this other side of the shot. Then if I want this pan to go back to where it originally was, I can just drag the Pro Pan down in length, and then it will return to its original position. Now if I want the zoom to end after the Pro Pan has happened, then I need to extend them to the same duration. Then I need to increase the speed to the same amount of time. If you don't set them to the same speed, then it's going to add some strange black borders to the edges. And now if I push play, they're going to automatically animate out at the same time, thus giving us a nice smooth animation back to where it originally was. So that's how you can use the Pro Zoom and Pro Pan, but what if you want something that's way longer than only 2 seconds? Well, that is where Pro Burns comes into play. Right now in Final Cut Pro, if I use the Ken Burns tool, it's limited to however long my shot is. So if I select Ken Burns here, you'll see I have this red box and this green box. I can go ahead and shrink down this green box, and I'll do it quite a bit just so we can really see this effect taking place. So if I push play, now the camera is going to animate over the entire duration of this shot, which is really nice, but it comes with a lot of limitations. For example, if I wanted to zoom in on something and stop the camera there, then zoom out, I can't really do that. Because let's say if I shorten this shot down, I'll push play, and now the camera is zooming into that portion just how we wanted it, but now when it reaches the end, it's gonna have to go to the next shot. There's no stopping that. There are a bunch of workarounds. You can work with your crop tool and get it kind of in the same spot, and it's just a big mess. And that is where this tool comes in and saves your bacon. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that crop on there, and now we're going to apply Pro Burns. So I'll drag this down onto the timeline. It's gonna look just like the Pro Zoom tool. However, rather than being limited to 2 seconds, the animation is going to take the entire duration of this title. So I can set this down to as short as I like, somewhere in there, and now if I push play, the animation will play out. But let's say I want the camera to lock on the end position. Well, I can just push Option, click and drag, and apply a secondary version of this shot. Now I'll change the movement from zoom over to hold. And so Final Cut Pro is going to lock it on the final position where we had it. So the camera will lock there just like so. Now let's say I want this to actually zoom out at a later time. I can option, click and drag, and I'll go ahead and actually shorten that down. Then we'll change it from hold back to zoom and set it to reverse. So now our camera will zoom in, it'll stay locked to where it originally was, and then it will have this nice smooth zoom out. Now another option you have is if you just want the camera to zoom in and then lock there, but you don't want to deal with these movement types and creating cuts, you can use the zoom duration tool. So let's say I want this to be 25% of this entire title here. I'll just push play. The zoom will happen over 25% of this title, and then it'll stay locked there for the rest of the time. So there are a ton of different features to use with the Pro Zoom and Pro Burns effects. There's also versions for vertical and square formats, so you don't need to worry about the plugin breaking when you go to use those. Another limitation I saw with some plugins that I really loved was that it was only locked to titles. And sometimes I just have an individual object that I want to have the zoom effect. That is where the FCB's Pro Zoom's effects come in. So let's say I wanted to do a slow zoom just on my logo here. Well, what I will do is right click and select new compound clip. This is very important because if I don't do that, it's going to cut off the edges as it zooms in because it's not a 16:9 aspect ratio. Now that I've done that, I can go ahead and apply Pro Burns directly onto my graphic. So over the entire duration of this clip, that graphic is going to slowly grow, which is really, really nice. And we still have these on-screen controls to move it around wherever we need to. We could zoom way in on just my eyes. You could apply rotation onto the shot just like so. So now it's got this slow rotation. We could set it to a hold frame. It's totally up to you what you want to do with this effect. One last thing I'd like to show you is how you can use this with draw masks. So if I go ahead and apply a draw mask directly onto my scene here, and I'll just create a random shape just like so. And I'll actually go ahead and duplicate that. So now we have these two different shots, and let's say I want to highlight a specific subject in my scene. Well, I could go in and just apply the Pro Zoom effect just like so. So now it's going to automatically pop that object out no matter the shape. So this can be very, very useful. And again, you can just drag this around anywhere on the screen and it'll animate it just like so. If you want this plugin and you think it's going to be helpful to you, there are links down below. I think that a lot of people are gonna get a ton of use out of this. I know that I personally do. I use these every single day with my editing. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.